Have you heard of the miraculous garden of St. Fiacre? Today, some still visit places associated with St. Fiacre seeking spiritual and physical healing. When we think of saints and gardens, we might imagine quiet paths, blooming flowers, and a moment of peace. But the story of St. Fiacre and his garden is something more, a testimony to Christian hospitality, simplicity, and the way God honours faithful generosity. St. Fiacre was an Irish monk who lived in the 7th century. He left Ireland seeking a life of prayer and solitude on the continent, eventually settling in what is now France. Known for his humility and devotion to God, he was given a small piece of land by the local bishop to build a hermitage. But Fiacre's heart was never meant for strictly solitary living. Instead of keeping the land to himself, he turned it into a garden that served everyone. From that simple beginning arose the Garden of St. Fiacre, a place of cultivation that soon bore abundant vegetables, fruit trees, and medicinal herbs. People came from near and far to enjoy the produce and the healing balm of nature that flourished there. Gardeners and pilgrims alike carried testimonies of unusual fruitfulness and grace in the soil Fiacre tended. One story from his life brings the miraculous character of that garden to light. A local landowner once challenged Fiacre to show the boundaries of his property. With no measuring tools and only faith in God, Fiacre called upon his brothers to stretch out a cloak, and as they did, the land miraculously expanded beneath it. What was once a modest plot became a garden large enough to supply many people's needs. The church has long remembered St. Fiacre as the patron saint of gardeners, herbalists, and anyone who finds holiness in creation. His garden was more than soil and seed. It was a place where hospitality met abundance and where nature became an outward sign of God's providential care. In our own lives, gardens remind us that creation is not merely a backdrop to human activity, but a gift meant to teach us about God's economy of generosity. Just as seeds must be tended over time, so too does the soul require patience, sowing, and faithful expectation. Lent likewise invites a season of tending, letting grace nurture what we have been given. Today, some still visit places associated with St. Fiacre, seeking spiritual and physical healing, and flower festivals in his honour celebrate his legacy each September. His garden connects us to the body of Christ in the world, where every act of care for others becomes a field where grace grows. A floral reminder of faith and care. In honour of St. Fiacre and his love for the garden's beauty and bounty, the hand-painted Madonna and child bud vase makes a lovely devotional touch in any home. Placing fresh flowers in a sacred vessel reminds us that beauty, like faith, is meant to be shared. Each bloom becomes a silent prayer, a sign of gratitude for God's goodness in every season of life.